Hello and welcome to this video on Bodhicaryavatara, chapter 7, verse 11. I'll call up the text now and read it to you slowly twice as usual. Jivamatsya ivasmiti yuktam bhahyam ihaivate kim punaha krita papasya tivran narakaduhkata. Jivamatsya ivasmiti yuktam bhahyam ihaivate kim punaha krita papasya tivran narakaduhkata. I've seen it should be Tivran Narakaduhkata. And this one should be Tivrat, resolving the Sandhi. So Jiva Matsya, a live fish. The word Jiva is both a noun and an adjective. As a noun, it means life, generally, and also in Hindu usage, specifically the jiva, is often used to mean the individual soul, the jiva, that which gives you life. As an adjective, it means alive as opposed to dead. So here, a jiva matsya is a live fish. The idea being that the comparison is being made between yourself and a fish that has been caught alive, as in wriggling in the net or wriggling on a hook. So iva means like. So jiva matsya iva, like a live fish, that is like a captive fish. In Sandhi, matsya is let me call up my iPad. There we are. Matsya is a masculine noun. Nominative matsya means a fish. This nominative ending in a before another vowel, or before, I should say, before a word beginning with a vowel other than an a, all that happens is it loses the visarga. So matsya iva. I'll write it firstly without Sandhi and then with Sandhi. So matsya iva, you drop off the visarga, so it becomes matsya iva, like a fish. Jiva, here used as an adjective. You could put the adjective in its full form, jivo matsya iva, like a live fish, or you can merge them together to make a compound. Here it's merged into a compound, jiva matsya. So jiva matsya iva, like a live fish. Asmi, from the root as, to be, and I am asmi. I am a live, or I am like a captured fish. I am like a live fish captured. Jiva matsya ivasmi. And the T here is the close quote. The iti, so asmi iti, becomes by Sandhi asmiti. Let me write that for you. Asmi. Asmiti. And there's some circumflex here. In the Devanagari script, and generally when transliterating, there's no, the E, it's either a short E or a long E. The circumflex that I've written here, the circumflex accent, is often used in particularly for learning purposes to indicate to the student that this is a blending of two vowels into one by sandhi. So asmi, the e of asmi, the e of iti, blending to a long e, asmiti, the circumflex here, to indicate that it's the blending of vowels from two different words. So jiva matsya eva smiti, I am as a live fish, thus saying, iti, close quote. Yuktam bhayam ehaivate, bhayam, fear. It's a neuter noun ending in bhayam. This bhaya, it's cognate with the Greek word, phobos. That's phobos. We get phobia, cognated with the English word fear as well. The Latin pavor, Italian paura, French peur, bhaya. It's the same root. The bhayam, the neuter noun in Sanskrit. Bhayam, yuktam. Yuktam literally means joined. It's from our well-known root yuj, to join, from which we get yoga and so on. Yoga. The same word as, for example, jungere in Latin, join, and junction in English. It means joined, literally. But it often is used in the sense of fitting. It joins in. It's the right thing. It fits there. So appropriate, or the right thing. So yuktam bhayam, fitting is your fear. Yuktam bhayam ehaivate. Iha eva. Iha means here. Eva, emphatic. Right here and now. By sandhi, the a plus following e becomes an I. So ihaiva. Iha eva, ihaiva. So iha eva. Iha here. Iha eva, ihaiva. Right here and now. Right in the position that you're in. Not some remote possibility that you might be fearful of, but the danger that you're in at this very moment. The te at the end is an abbreviated form, an enclitic form. It's a form that's going to be tacked onto the end of another word. It can have a beginner sentence. It's the equivalent of the shortened form of tava. So tvam is you, singular, and a thou. Tava is the genitive of you, and it can be shortened to te. And it's the te, and incidentally, the same te as in, for example, the well-known greeting, namaste. So there it's the dative. The tava, of you. If something is fitting for you, in Sanskrit, it's fitting of you. So yuktam te, literally joined of you, means fitting for you, they're appropriate for you. So yuktam bhayam te. It's right for you to be afraid. Fear is fitting for you. Yuktam bhayam ehaivate. So fitting, yuktam, fitting, bhayam, fear, iha eva, ihaiva, right here and now, te, for you. So now let's get back to the iti. This iti is its most frequent use is just end quote. So for example, if in English you could say, he said hello. If you translated that into Sanskrit, it would be hello iti, he said. In other words, the words that are quoted, iti, like close quote, and then he said, hello iti, he said. In Sanskrit, same in Pali, the iti is very often used to indicate not just a quotation of words, but a mental process leading to a certain action. So, for example, fearing that he was about to be attacked, he got ready to fight. Why did he get ready to fight? Because he feared that he was going to be attacked. That can be put in Sanskrit as, I am about to be attacked, iti. He got ready to fight. In other words, the iti talks about a mental process that happens to explain what he did. I'm about to be attacked, iti. He prepared for battle. And the student said, I don't want to fail. Or I fear that I might fail, so I will work hard. In Sanskrit, that would be translated as, there's more than one way, but the most common way, or a common way of doing it, would be, I don't want to fail, iti. He decided to work hard. And again, for a desire or a wish, he wanted to succeed, so he worked hard. Could be rendered in Sanskrit as, I want to succeed, iti. He worked hard. So iti there, not just a quote, like an internal mental quote, or describing the internal mental process that led to a certain act. And here, look at the iti here. Jiva matsya, I'll break down the words rather than send it. Jiva matsya iva asmi iti. Meaning, I am like a live fish. Iti, it is right for you to be afraid. You could translate that in English as seeing or realizing that you are like a fish that's been caught, realizing that's iti, it is right for you to be afraid. So it is right for you to be afraid because you realize that you are a captive fish. In Sanskrit, I am like a captive fish, iti. It is right for you to be afraid. So remember, you'll see this again and again. Remember that the iti is not just a close quote for exact words, but also close, as it were, internal quote to describe the mental process, very often desire or fear or intention, that explains the following action. So, realizing that you are like a fish that's been caught, yeah, it's as if he's saying you have every right to be afraid. It's exactly the right thing for you to do, to be afraid. Iha eva, right here and now. Kim punaha krita papasya tivran narakadukkata. I'll just call up the Sanskrit text for you again here. Kim punaha krita papasya tivran narakadukkata. So kim, what? Punah, again. So literally, kim punah, literally, what again? That's just an idiomatic way of saying all the more so, or how much the more so. How is he translated? Is it how much more so? Kim punah krita papasya. Krita papasya, you see this typical genitive ending, papasya. Krita papasya means one, krita, done, papa, a sin or evil. A krita papa is a done evil, that is a person who has done evil. And why is it in the genitive? Because it's in apposition. It reflects this genitive te, so yuktam. Yuktam bhayam ihaivate. Yuktam bhayam ihaivate. Fitting is fear right here and now for you in the genitive, and this is the same genitive following. How much more, that meaning how much more is it right for you to be afraid? For you, krita papasya, also the genitive, who have done evil. So how much more, kim punah, then understand, is it right for you to be afraid? You, for you, in the genitive, krita papasya, who have done evil, tivran narakadukkata. This is all in the ablative, tivran narakadukkata. Another, to be afraid of something. in Sanskrit, if you're afraid of something, that normally is put in the ablative as here. So tivra means sharp. It's tivra. It's most frequently used in combination with words like dukkha, sharp pain, often in a physical sense. Tivra, you often see the phrase tivra dukkha. Incidentally, in Pali, it becomes tibba dukkha. It's in the ablative, so it would be, see what I'm highlighting here, tivrat. Sorry, I should have shown you my, that's what I was just writing there. Tivra dukkha and tibba dukkha. Sorry, I forgot to show you the iPad. The tivrat here is the ablative ending in at, the standard nouns and adjectives, the short a declension, tivrat. And it becomes by santi tivran, see where I'm highlighting here, because it's followed by an N, a word beginning N, so tivrat naraka becomes tivran naraka. Doesn't alter the grammar, it's just by santi. This tah ending here, it's an old Vedic ablative ending. It was a regular ablative ending in Vedic. In Sanskrit, regular Sanskrit, it is mostly just gives a word an adverbial meaning with regard to, and the same in Pali. It occasionally appears as a pure ablative, most often as in an adverbializing sense. Here, it is pretty much an ablative, and indeed we've got the regular ablative ending tivrat here. It would have been equally correct to say tivran naraka duhkat. Tivran naraka duhkat, which would be the normal ablative. Treat it here, this tah here, as just being an alternative ablative ending. So I'll read this to you twice more slowly. Jiva matsya ivasmiti yuktam bahayami haivate kim punaha krita papasya tivran naraka duhkata. Jiva matsya ivasmiti yuktam bahayam ihaivate kim punaha krita papasya tivran naraka duhkata. And that's it on this video. Thank you.